Class, this is Oski. I'm going to demo for you our first assignment in our class for After Effects. And you can start by simply clicking on your AE icon on your desktop. And when that comes up, when it loads on your computer, just do Command N, which is new. On a PC, it's probably Control N. Anyway, open it up, open up a new, something new, and document in After Effects. And this on the screen, just click, new file, okay? And what will open up is exactly what you see here. Okay, we went over in class the different areas, but I'm going to briefly describe that again. This area is called the project area. If you click on it, there's a blue frame that goes around it. This is the comp. This is composition, and this is where all the magic happens. This is what your video that you'll be creating. This is basically just called the work area. This has a lot of special effects type stuff that you see in a lot of Adobe applications on the right hand side. The top, which I kind of forgot because it's not as robust as some of the other software packages, but these will be tools that we will use in the semester, okay? And the important one is this one. It's a selection tool, which you can get to by clicking on V as in Victor. Okay, the bottom, very important, is the timeline. Okay, so let's start here. What we would like to do is get some content to start working with. So we're going to import that into the project area panel, proper name, project panel. So let's go up to File, and let's do Import. And let's do File. Okay. Now, because I had opened this up before it knows where to go, I have a folder called Assets-JJJ, and I have the two working files in here that I want to use for this demo. Okay, one is a logo. It's done in Adobe Illustrator. And the other is a MP4 video. It's called Summer Forest, okay? So select both of them, click on one, hold down your shift key, click on the other, go down, make sure footage is, you don't want a composition, you just want footage, and click open. You can't see it, it's off the screen, but I'm clicking on a blue button, lower right, open. And there you go. It's right in here. Now you'll notice as you're working, if you want, you can click on any of these like Summer Forest and it'll tell you how big it is. This number here, 1920 by 1080, is important because this is standard video size in the United States, okay? And frames are 30 frames per second, okay? In Europe it's 25, all right? Over here is our logo, and it just says basically what it is, logo.ai, okay? And then we have this composition, which we might not need. Let's create this QuickTime video into a composition, and we'll probably end up throwing this thing away. Okay, so let's start. Let's create our first composition. Here we go. Drag it right down here, and voila, there you are. And now you still have the MP4, but now you have this thing called the Summer Forest composition. So like I was saying, I don't think we need this. Let's click on this, go down here, you got these little icons, click on the garbage can, and let's get rid of it. There we go. Okay, we're going to create a large green screen, but that'll be in a bit. Okay, now you'll notice too that once you bring in stuff into the project, also you create a composition here, it appears here too. So presumably there's lots of stuff you can do then to it. These are some of the things that we're not going to get into all of this right now, but we will get into it on another project basically. But here we go, and right here we have our 10 seconds, and this is your timeline. Okay, so it's for the entire 10 seconds from 0 to 10. All right, and this is the scroll. This is the scroll bar, and this tells you exactly where you are in terms of seconds. All right, so I'm looking at my notes here. Let's go now to the next one, and we already did the first composition, so that's great. We pulled this down into this composition maker, and we pulled this. We're going to pull this logo down too. The logos that we want on top, so I'm holding it and dragging it, and I'm going to put it right there. Do you see that? This is like Photoshop and Illustrator. These layers, you can click and pull down, and you can really move them around however you want them to be. But notice it does change the bars too. So these bars, this timeline, whatever's on top, the last thing you bring in is what is on top. So you'll see when you play this, I'm going to hit the scroll bar now, and it plays a 10-second movie. Okay? It's a little long. Maybe we should cut it down to 5. Okay? I'm going to hit the space bar again, and we can cut it down in a bit. Okay? So to edit the composition from 10 to 5 seconds, what you need to do is go up here in the menu. So you need to go up to Menu, Composition, and then you need to go to Composition Settings, all right, which is Command K if you do a keyboard command. Okay. Now here's the composition name, Summer Forest. It's basic. Here's all these numbers. Notice again here, it's not 30, it's 29.97. I'm not quite sure why it's like that. Again, Europe is 25. The US or North America is 30. Our resolution is full. We'll talk about this later on. You can, if your computer is slow, you can do half or a third. And then it'll be not as, the definition won't be as good, but it will work faster on your computer if you don't have a really new computer with a lot of RAM. Okay, duration, let's do 5. Let's highlight this and click 5. Okay, and then I think that's it. Okay, there we go. Notice this is now 5, so it shortened it. Okay, it's quite, since it's really not the most exciting thing in the world, I don't think we need it to be 10 seconds. Okay, so what else do we need now? Let's put in that the green bar. But first of all, let's do the logo so it appears at 2 seconds into the video. How do we do that? Well, it's right here, the APEEK logo, and then let's go to 2. This is 2 seconds. Let's take the time indicator and put it right there. And you can tell that that is exactly 2 because you see it here and here. They're not going to let you forget it, okay? All right, so that's fine. So let's also let's snip it, okay? And let's pull this over here so that the logo doesn't start till at 2 seconds, okay? So for the final action to this composition, let's add a block of color. Let's add a big green block that disappears about a second after the logo appears. So after the logo appears, we're going to get rid of this, okay? So let's go to the menu bar again. Under Layer, choose New and Solid. Generally speaking, solid is going to mean solid color, okay? So there we go. I already named this. I'm going call it medium gray green. Let's just call it green solid, okay? Green solid 1, same information. Units is pixels, okay? Not certainly not inches, it's pixels. Okay, so this is an eyedropper, so you can actually go over here and select a color, like a green that'll go nicely with this particular project. So I'm kind of hunting around here. Click, it's too dark. How about here? Click, a little bit too chartreuse light. Let's select one more try and then that's it. There we go. That's our green. Okay? Make comp size. Everything is fine, so let's just do okay. Alright, so this is the last thing we did. So the color, the green solid is going to be on top. Actually, I don't want it there because it's going to mess with this little video we're doing. So let's click on it and drag it down so the peak logo is on top. Now, for the green solid, what we're going to need to do is we're going to also have to cut it, splice it, so that it comes up at a different time. Okay, so let's do that. It's 2 seconds is the logo appears, and let's make sure that that's correct. Yep, here it is. This is the logo. That's it, like a purpley violet color. That's here. Let's have this, the green solid, start with the video, but let's have it end, about here. We could do it 3. Let's just do it here. Okay, we're gonna let it end, and let's see. Let's hit the space bar. See if I did this right. Okay, start, logo, and then that's a little bit too short. What I'm going to do now is go up to here and do it to the 3. Give it a little bit more time. Let's start it at the beginning again. Hit the space bar. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm going to do one change. I want the logo to appear a little bit sooner. So let's go there. You're going to find you're going to be changing a lot of things. You're going to be changing time. You're going to be changing some of the effects, how different compositions and different items like logos will dovetail with each other on this timeline. So let's try this one more time. Logo, green goes away. There, I like that. That looks good. Okay, so that is it for this particular demo. I also have a handout sheet with this all printed on it, so you can actually see it with notes. But I will demo this in class, so you will have the notes, you will have this video, and also I'll be demoing it. So that's all for now.